BWA here, Buddhist with Attitude. I'm throwing in this disclaimer to let you know that I realized in the last Hawkeye review I did, I made a little faux pas to where I said the swordsman was trained by Hawkeye. What I meant to say was Hawkeye was trained by the swordsman in the comic, along with Trickshot. So yeah, in other words, play as fuck up. You caught me slipping, and my bad. So, let's move on. Water under the bridge. Big whoop. I slipped. What, you want to fight about it? So, onward to our regularly scheduled program. In other words, feel nothing but the love. What? YouTube universe. What is going on, all my hit men and Harley Quinns? You know who it is. It's your favorite motherfucking role model, the Buddhist with Attitudes, Hitman Thornton for Raw Reaction T-Vizzle. Now, things are getting interesting. Huh? Things are getting interesting now, people. Okay? Hawkeye. This Hawkeye episode 3. Now, we get the backstory and the introduction of the badass character Echo. And this episode is called Echoes. Now, she's a very interesting character. Because there's a lot to unload in this episode, by the way. A lot of Easter eggs here and there. You'd think it was Easter. Okay. First off, instead of going scene to scene, I'm just going to get to the stuff that's a little more interesting. First off, Echo. Now, it showed her, as a young girl. Obviously, she was born deaf. And just like in the comics. And it shows the scene she had with her father. Very interesting and similar to Kate Bishop and her father. That they have a very close bond relationship. So that I find very cool. Find that very nice. Very nice. Also, it seemed like in school, at first I was thinking, no, the teacher knows. But at the same time, it seemed like the teacher doesn't know that she's deaf. And because the father said it can't afford to take you to a deaf school. So maybe he's not telling the teacher or the people that she is. Because if they knew that she would have to go to a deaf school that he can't afford. So maybe this way she's learning to walk the line of both worlds, which is kind of cool. Hey, kind of cool. Not sugarcoating nothing. Putting the child out there, handle it. Okay? Which is where she learned to be very observant, especially in the martial arts class, where she was, because that's what her ability is. Echoing people's fighting style, movements. Very Taskmaster-esque, or ish. Okay, so Taskmaster is similar in the same way. And also, the actress that's playing Echo, Alaqua Cox, hope I didn't mess her first name up, she is deaf in real life and has a prosthetic leg. So, kudos to her. Kudos to her for representing out there. Representing. So, she's badass. She has major connections and ties to the Daredevil universe. Big time. Okay? So, if any of you have seen Daredevil was a badass masterpiece. Okay? And also, Echo also has some major connections to Kingpin. Because his name wasn't mentioned, but saying stuff like, oh, Uncle will be upset. And there's somebody above her. Especially as a little girl, when her dad said Uncle will pick you up after class, and then you see her looking up, smiling, and pinching her cheek, and you hear the little chuckle that sounds like Vincent D'Onofrio's voice. So is Kingpin going to be making an appearance? Let's hope so. God, let's hope so. Because Vincent D'Onofrio, as John Campea said, was born to play this role. If some of y'all haven't seen, go back and watch Daredevil, because Vincent D'Onofrio was awesome as Kingpin. If you're not familiar with his work, obviously, go back. You can go and check out Law and Order, Criminal Intent, I believe, is the show that he was on. So, yeah, he was badass as Kingpin. So, yeah, Echo has some major connections in the Daredevil and Kingpin and all that. So it seems like the tracksuit mafia peoples may be working for him, or working under him, however you want to call it. Because also showed Echo's father wearing a tracksuit, the red tracksuit, by the way. And also had some flashbacks of Ronin, wiping out some of the tracksuit people, and she witnessed it. Now, here's the thing, because I didn't think much about this until I heard it discussed earlier, that many people have wore the Ronin outfit in the comics, okay? And they're kind of already hinting, they already kind of showed Kate Bishop wearing it and doing stuff in the costume. So, in the comics, Echo wore the Ronin outfit, Blade wore the Ronin outfit, Bullseye, and I also believe the Red Guardian did, I think. So, this is still interesting. Did Clint kill her pops as Ronin, or did somebody else? So, that's the other interesting factor to find out, to see what happens with that. So, but also in the comics, Kingpin killed Echo's father, but they flipped the script on this and make it that Ronin did. So who knows? Maybe Kingpin sent somebody dressed up as Ronin to take out her pops and his people, or maybe they've been messing up or something, and that's his way of getting rid of them. Who knows? But let's just wait and see, because this is going to be very interesting. A lot happening. You also got Clint and Kate, kind of bonding, getting, we got more of Clint in this episode than the other two. It was all about Kate. You got Clint here and there in it, but it was all about Kate. Now we got it the way it's supposed to be, about Clint Barton. And you see that he's missing his family. He had that phone call with his kid, and he couldn't even hear the phone ring. Luckily, Kate came in right at that time, helped translate, and you kind of felt a little bit. You kind of felt for him, he couldn't hear his son's voice. He thought it was his wife, and then she wrote down that, it was his son, and that was kind of touching, but also kind of like, dang, man. And he really missing his family, and, but hey, Avengers work is never done, And then he's having the heart-to-heart talk with Kate at the restaurant about, girl, you have no idea. You think it's all glitz and glamour, wearing the outfits, and you worried about marketing, girl. You don't know what this life, you don't know nothing about that Avenger life, what it can do to you. The sacrifices you make, the things you see and do. Because keep in mind, Clint and Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, they weren't necessarily Avengers. They were working for S.H.I.E.L.D. in the MCU, that is. They were doing dirty work for Nick Fury before the Avengers got assembled. So they got, like they said in the movie, they got a lot of red in their ledger because they did a lot of dirt. Okay? Wet work, if you will. So that's why he's saying, I am nobody's role model, except for yours truly. But he was saying, I'm not someone to look up to. I'm not a role model, girl. You have no idea. And I'm telling you, you don't know nothing about this life. But the action scenes were badass. The action scenes were awesome, especially when he was escaping. And also, because I'm going to get back, that's also what's funny, that you saw that Echo was kind of insulted that he had an hearing aid. So insulted, she kicked it out of his head and stomped on it. So I guess that was Echo's woke moment for hearing aids. So, so yeah, don't wear a hearing aid around Echo. She gonna knock it out your skull. I know I was all over the place. I don't care. I'm loving Hawkeye, as you see, represent always. So, leave your comments down below and let me know what you thought of this episode of Hawkeye. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Click that bell icon so you will be alerted when my videos drop. Okay? So, until next time, Hitman Thornton, your favorite motherfucking role model, the Buddhist Husanic with attitude. Peace out, biatches, and remember to always stay zen as F.